Minister Clay Sweeting says it's a start of Local Government Month. Details straight ahead.
Plus, Anne-Marie Davis was at CC Sweeting today helping students celebrate Commonwealth Day.
More veggies on the way as the Minister of Agriculture donates to yet another school. Stay close for that.
And coming up in sports, young golfers tee off at BGF Junior Nationals.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDon Davis. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Well, I told you I had a secret that was moving. Tonight, we reveal it in the flesh. Introducing journalist Marlena Leonard, my co-anchor. Marlena, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Well, like you said, I am a journalist. I am fresh from another network, but I'm also a screenwriter, an actress with a passion for animals, especially the ones at the Bahamas Humane Society. But that's just a little taste for now.
Okay, great. Let's dive right into the news, shall we? The month of Local Government Month by official proclamation. Festivities marking these observances began today with the reading of the proclamation, followed by the raising of the flag. There's actually a lot of excitement building towards next year, which will mark the 13th year since the enactment of local government. But in its 29th year, Minister with responsibilities for local government, Clay Sweeting, says there is much to be proud of.
You know, local government stands as a cornerstone of our democracy. It amplifies the voices of our communities, and most of all, it champions their causes. So by decentralizing authority, we've created a system where active civic engagement, where citizens on these friendly islands could really play a vital role in shaping the decisions that directly impact their lives.
Minister Sweeting also talked about some of the events being held in observance of Local Government Month.
You'll see throughout the country church services to mark Local Government Month. You'll also see activities, get-togethers where local councils, administrators to do that throughout the country. And you know, in some communities they do small projects to commemorate it as well.
Today is Commonwealth Day, and across the globe, from Africa to Asia to Europe to Australia, and right here in the Bahamas, observances are being held to commemorate this day. Our Corval Pryfram attended a special ceremony at CC Sweeting Senior High School, where that school community really got into the spirit of the day.
At CC Sweeting Senior High School this Commonwealth Day, school principal Ricardo Patterson read the King's Commonwealth message.
As we mark this Commonwealth Day together, there is no more important task than to restore the disrupted harmony of our entire planet. For the sake of our younger generations' threatened future, I can only hope that the Commonwealth will continue its vital work to restore that harmony.
56 nations representing some 2.4 billion people scattered across the globe make up this Commonwealth community. More than 60% of them young people. Therefore, she wove the theme of this year's celebrations, Together We Thrive, into her message to Cobra Nation. Wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, reminded these youngsters of the important role they play in making this global body even stronger.
You hold the key to the future. Your energy, your ideas, and your innovation will be the driving force to determine how the Commonwealth and the world beyond it develops. That's very, very important to remember.
These kisses and nobody smiles. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants me. And nobody's hurt.
And so the special ceremony tomorrow, Commonwealth Day here at CC Sweeting, ending with the musical sounds of Funky D. It is also a special day for us to welcome on board our Marlena Leonard as she joins Access Now. You have never been, Marlena, in more capable hands than those of LaDon. We're wishing you both very well as we start this new and exciting chapter. For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Thanks a lot for that, Corbell. Well, Junkanoo is a huge part of our national culture, and being able to perform outside the Bahamas is an experience of a lifetime. And some of our students will soon have the opportunity to showcase Junkanoo in Savannah, Georgia. Wes Calix Forbes has a story.
For 21 years, the Junkanoo group Barabbas and the Tribe has brought the vibrant energy, pulsating rhythm, and dazzling costumes of our Bahamian culture to Savannah, Georgia for St. Patrick's Day celebration.
People are already calling me and they're excited, and all the different restaurants are calling me, and the church members are calling me, want to know when we come in, and they're ready to greet us and treat us.
But this year, the tradition took a new and exciting turn. Thanks to a suggestion from Paul Smith, group leader Barabbas decided to expand the experience, inviting students from public schools who have an interest in Junkanoo to join the trip.
The idea came that we would have come together instead of carrying the regular Junkanooers, that we would now pick students from all of the schools that participated in the Junior Junkanoo Parade and give them an opportunity internationally. And going forward, this will be an every year thing. And I think in all essence, once those children have that experience, it would give them an opportunity to keep their police record clean, to realize that Junkanoo group is just not here in Nassau, but they can sell themselves abroad.
15, 16, this is their last year in school, and we have C.H. Reeve, we have C.B. Bethel, we have C.C. Sweeten, Aaron Bailey, one Sadira. She has one from, I think, junior high school. I can't remember exactly which one, but everybody knows Sadira Smilens, and she is going with me, and her husband is going with me. So they is great chaperones, and they great ambassadors for the country. So we're gonna have a great time, and we just want these children to experience something different.
Some students who have previously traveled with Barabbas and the Tribe expressed their excitement about seeing more young people get involved.
It was definitely a new experience for me. Definitely being around Junkanoo at first was like, this is a lot. But once I learned the culture behind it and I experienced it more for myself, it became a lot more fun.
I like to see a bit more opportunities for them. Like, if it's an opportunity to make money or an opportunity to go somewhere and experience something new, like what this trip is, just more opportunities.
As Barabbas and the Tribe continue its long-lasting tradition in Savannah, this year marks the beginning of a new era, one that embraces the new generation of Junkanooers. Junkanoo continues to break barriers, unite communities, and showcase the spirit of the Bahamas worldwide. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Wes. Well, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture Sports Division hosted its Women in Sports Symposium recently, featuring a multitude of panelists and attendees. Our Matea Cunningham has the details.
I ran, and I actually finished second in that race.
Wow.
I don't even know how I did that.
Little girls now started saying, more than I want to go to Carifta, I want to medal at Carifta, it was I want to qualify for the Olympics. So we knew we were good, but we didn't know how good we was until we traveled abroad.
Words said by the female pioneers who've contributed to Bahamian women having a seat at the international athletics table. 1984 marks the year a Bahamian woman participated in the Olympics for the first time. Today, we now have thousands of Bahamian women aspiring to take their athletic careers internationally. I asked a few attending the event which sport they played and at which level.
My name is Sydney Clark. I'm representing women in tennis at the professional level.
My name is Letitia St. Fort, and I'm representing women in track and field at the high school level.
Hi, my name is Cara Hanna. I am a judo athlete, professional.
My name is Gabrielle Kemp. I am representing women in volleyball at the high school level.
I then spoke with both the Director of Sports, Ms. Kelsey Johnson-Sills, and the Honorable Leslie Miller-Bryce to gain a larger perspective on the event.
There's so many Bahamians who only get to see our athletes compete on the television, but to now rub shoulders with Pauline, to get to sit down and talk to Nakia, to sit down and talk to former Senator Isaac Dotson and also Kimberly Roll. These are some of the pioneers of the sports. We have so many great females, and unfortunately, we're outshined by the men, because their sport is always the electrifying sport. So today, we placed all of the females in the country on top.
Whatever it is that you do, whatever impact that you make, whatever field that you are in, women are out here and we are doing it to the best of our abilities. To you academic students, to you athletic students, just continue to do your best. Raise the standards, keep the level high, and just work hard. And that's my advice to them.
Bahamian women have done it again, pulled up a chair at the international table and proved they belong. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Matea Cunningham.
And still to come, Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals are in the house. Stay close.
Take your mark! Get set! Go!
Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin led the inaugural baton exchange of camaraderie to signify the start of the Government Secondary Schools Sports Association Track and Field Championships. Former Assistant Director of Education Keith Saunders, who spearheaded the Olympic-style torch run, ran the second leg of the relay.
Through this baton exchange, sports, of course, is the way to go. Sports is the way to unite, meet new friends, get the positive attitude going that we should share. They ought to share between each other. So some time ago, I was trying hard to get it going, and finally, I must say to E.O. Johnson, I must congratulate her for finally getting it going and moving. And to me, this is going to create a future of positive attitudes between students, between the schools, development of school spirit, and that's what this is all about.
The ceremonial relay was anchored by Education Officer Keisha Johnson, one of this year's organizers of the GSSA Track and Field Championships.
Right now, we are actually commencing the 2025 31st Annual GSSA Track and Field Competition. This is the commencement launch of the Baton of Camaraderie. It will go around to all of the schools over a 5-day period.
Competition begins on Wednesday, March 12th to Friday, March 14th, 2025 at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium.
Take your mark! Get set! Go!
Journaling McIntosh for Ed Talk.
For more than 30 years, thousands have attended the annual Bahamas Bridal Show to enjoy a spectacular fashion show, fun and games, food and champagne, and $30,000 in prizes, including honeymoons. On Sunday, March 23rd at Grand Hyatt Bahamar, come see the reason the Bahamas Bridal Show is the ultimate experience for weddings and special events. Show tickets, $75. Call 421-9783 or visit bahamasevents.net.
You're looking at a live shot of the cruise port. Welcome back. That shot is brought to you by our drone pilot, Neville Smith, but we can put some respect on that name and call him Mr. Smith, flying high out there tonight. Well, let's take a trip down to Bimini.
And residents alike will soon be enjoying new international airport over in Bimini. The runway received some work recently, and the completion of this airport project is promised by the end of this year. That's some awesome news there. The government of the Bahamas is committed to refurbishing airports around our archipelago. Let's turn things over to Malena and our guests in studio. Malena?
Well, that's some good news for Bimini, of course, the gateway to the Bahamas. Well, with us tonight is the Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals, and they're holding their annual spring educational seminar. We have with us the association president, Perky O'Brien, and Ways and Means chairperson, Wendy Ferguson, who is one of the presenters at the seminar. Ladies, welcome to Access Now.
Thank you.
So, can you just tell us a little bit about why is the seminar necessary?
With the change in technology, and we no longer use typewriters and word processors. Technology is changing continuously. So in order for administrative professionals to be on par and keep up with the ever-changing world, we must do educational seminars. This enhances their profession. It propels them forward. And so we find it necessary to do these seminars on a regular basis, which keeps the office professionals on par and up to date with the new technology.
So speaking of that new technology, can you tell us a little bit about what the theme is for this seminar and why you guys chose that theme?
Our theme is a focus on professional transformation. Transformation means change. And every day there's a change in the business world, in your life, and whatever. There's constant change. And so as we see our profession evolving and changing and moving forward, we have to keep abreast. We must keep abreast. And so we find these seminars essential and necessary.
Awesome. Now, Ms. Ferguson, you're one of the presenters. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be presenting about and who some of the other presenters are?
I'm not one of the presenters, but however, we have Ms. Kishna Winters, one of our international speakers. She's a leadership consultant, author, and executive coach, and she'll be speaking on the DIVA method, savvy strategies to confidently succeed at work. Also, we have Dr. Alexandra Johnson, and she's a professional and personal transformation coach. And she'll be speaking on unlocking your potential, building mental resilience through professional transformation. And we'll also have Mr. Shivago Lang, the economic consultant, author, talk show host, former parliamentarian, and he'll be speaking on ethics in the workplace.
Amazing. This sounds like quite the roster of presenters and just a wealth of information people are going to get. So can you tell us where we would go to register and where and when it's going to be held?
Yes. The seminar will be held on Friday, the 21st of March, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it will be held at the Holy Trinity Activity Center in Stapleton Gardens. And you can contact our treasurer, Ms. Joyce Quant, at 448-0985, or our president, Mrs. O'Brien, at 323-4962 or 557-2515.
Awesome. Now, obviously, we just had International Women's Day over the weekend. We've got two successful businesswomen in front of me here. Do you have a message for young Bahamian women looking to succeed in their fields?
In this field, for those who are interested in the administrative field, you need to keep abreast. That is so important, very important, to keep abreast of what's going on in the world. Technology. You have to be cognizant of what your supervisor needs. You don't wait for them to tell you that they need something. You're supposed to be able to project that they need it and have it done. So keeping up with what goes on in the world would put you on par with the other administrators in your hemisphere and even beyond. So knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the key.
Keep ahead.
You've got to be ahead.
All right. Well, thank you very much, ladies. That's Perky O'Brien and Wendy Ferguson. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and all the best with your seminar. Let's check in now with Total Sports to see what's on tap.
And dozens of young golfers tee off at the BGF Junior Nationals. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
With BTC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby Search Tech in your tank. Drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
We got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We love to pattern up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. 14s get right, they gotta be proud. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Dozens of the country's next wave of potential golf pros teeing off yesterday at the one and only Ocean Club, site of the 2025 Bahamas Golf Federation Junior Nationals. San Jose sports team was out on the greens and caught up with the winners after day two. What's next for you?
Next is to win the Masters.
That was young Maximilian Demore, one of several division winners at yesterday's Bahamas Golf Federation Junior National Championships. The two-day event wrapping up on Sunday over at the one and only Ocean Club. The country's young golf talent on full display with intense competition across multiple divisions and even a few playoffs to decide the winners of several groups. A look at the final standings across the 36-hole groups. Girls 13U winner would go to Kaylee Roll with a score of 169 over the 2 days. Boys 13U would go to the aforementioned Maximilian Demore, scoring 152. Girls 15U, the winner there, Haley Hall, shooting 157. Boys 15U, Zachary Christopher Joseph edging out Cardra Nixon in a playoff for first place in that division. Girls 18U would go to Lily Bisturzo, who would shoot a 165. Finally, a playoff in the boys 18U division, with both golfers tied at 150 at the end of competition. Aiden Garosp narrowly getting past Camden Forbes to repeat as national champion of that division. We got up with a number of the winners after the award ceremony.
Today was tough, up and down, couldn't drop any putts. Today I started to drop more putts, but couldn't hold it together during the last hole, so had to go into a playoff.
It's good, but it could have been better. But, I tried my best, and I made the cut.
I played pretty pretty good, yes. I made a few putts, but my putting just didn't want to go in on the last day, and it wasn't really just my fault. It just didn't want to go in. But I still tried to focus, and then I made some birdies, and it started to go well. So yeah.
I just stayed confidence, believed in myself, and did it.
Definitely think I could have played better, but I just focused to play safe shots to avoid big numbers, and it worked out.
Now with the BGF Nationals in the books, junior golf still center stage with the Inter-School Golf Championships getting underway today. We'll have more for you from that event in tomorrow's Sportscast. That's been Extra Sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
Fiber basketball fans, get ready to experience the NBA Finals live. You can enter an all-expense-paid trip to not one, but 2 NBA Finals games. It's simple. Just sign up for our live NBA League Pass or Infinite Sports X package by May 16th. Stay connected, enjoy blazing fast internet, and score your chance to witness the NBA action up close. Don't miss out. Visit livefiber.com and take your shot at NBA glory. Terms and conditions apply. It's good to be alive.
Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. And even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. Only at Burger King Nassau.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast. We have a frontal boundary approaching the extreme northern Bahamas with some showers and thunderstorms, some of which are going to be heavy at times. That will continue to move towards the south and east, pushing through the capital sometime around midnight. And your boating forecast tonight, well, is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the northwestern islands, southwest to west winds ahead of that front, very strong at 15 to 25 knots. They will be switching out of the northwest behind the front, maintaining that 15 to 25 knot speed. Wave height is very rough at 5 to 8 feet. Low tide, that will take place at 29 minutes past midnight. And for the central and southeastern parts of our country, the wind southeast to south, 12 to 18 knots with caution flags in place. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, for all areas, we'll have that northwesterly flow, initially 15 to 25 knots, falling off 15 to 20 knots in the afternoon. Wave heights will subside to 4 to 7 feet as well. High tide will occur at 6:49 in the morning with the low tide at 1:14 in the afternoon. And on Wednesday, for all areas, we have that clockwise rotation northeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide 7:33 in the morning, low at 1:54 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Check. Yo, man. I thought that you and him were friends.
International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. LaDawn and Maria.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Some nice cool temperatures out there, Milena.
I see that. Beautiful weather indeed. Which brings us to our next point. Let's talk socials with Matea Cunningham.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Matea Cunningham, and you're watching Let's Talk Socials, the social segment where social media classes are in session. Today, we're talking about a certain high school that's been sharing a certain achievement all across our social platforms since last Friday. Yes, we're talking about the QC Comets. They won their first BAISS track and field win in 4 years, snuffing the win from right under their competitors, St. Augustine's College. For my family islanders and those who generally don't know what BAISS stands for, it's the Bahamas Association of Independent Secondary Schools. They host their annual BAISS championships where student athletes from various private schools in New Providence compete against each other in various sports. In the end, one school comes out on top in each sport. This year, QC took the track and field gold. Check this out. Well, I'd say the QC Comets are pretty satisfied with their win. It's awesome to see social media pushing these digital moments of school pride, athleticism, and sportsmanship. What are your opinions and thoughts? Let us know in the comments if you're watching on the live stream. I'm Matea, and this has been Let's Talk Socials.
Well, that does it for Access Now. Malena, how did your first day go?
Well, you know, some growing pains, but I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Great, and with that, we're out of here. Time's up for us.
Well, stay tuned for the rundown with Clint Watson. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.